Open data. What do we mean by open data? There's a lot of pressure in the UK for arts organisations to do this. I don't know whether it's the same in Spain, but in the UK, the Arts Council are telling arts organisations to get their data, cleanse their data so that everybody understands what that data is and what it does, put it in a readable format, and then open that data up so that anybody can use it for whatever purpose they see fit. But data isn't just about analytics. Data is now being used as a really interesting material for artists. What that can do, I mean, data is in abundance, it's everywhere, so it's a really interesting material to work with. But it also has meaning if you can translate that meaning. This is one of my favourite data visualizations. It's very old and probably very simple. What you're seeing here is flight paths across North America over a 24-hour period. The different colours represent the different types of aircraft. You can see the time down here and how many planes are flying over North America simultaneously. It's actually quite frightening, I think, when you look at it like that. A hack event has to have a mix of specialists. It has to have in the room, as a bare minimum, cultural professionals, artists, developers, as in computer programmers, coders, people that build the back end of a website, and digital designers. That's your bare minimum that has to be in the room. At the beginning of a hack event, usually what people will do is they will ask cultural organisations to bring their data that they've opened and present that data to the room of people. You will talk about what the data is, what it means in your organisation. At no point will you say what it is you want people to do with that data, because that's not why you're there. Crucially, a hack event has to be a playful, relaxed environment. It has to be fun. What you do at a hack event is you develop prototypes. That's why you're there. We'll come on to that. Usually it takes place over a 24-hour period or over a 48-hour period. And when I say 24-hour period, I mean you literally stay there for 24 hours. You don't leave. And that in itself, I also think, is really important. When you work collaboratively with somebody and you don't go to sleep for 24 hours, something kind of magic happens. Something weird happens in your brain. You have the best ideas at 4 o'clock in the morning when you haven't been to sleep. And you also, if you spend 8 hours at a workshop with somebody, you kind of know them, but if you stay up with them all night, you really know them. At the end of the event, you will demonstrate what it is that you have created. And that in itself is amazing. In a 24-hour period, you have made a product that everyone can see and can look at, and you're showing it to a group of people. In the Northeast, where I did Culture Code, there, as part of the Cultural Olympiad, we had this amazing, beautiful floating water mill called Flow. And what Flow did was it was gathering data from the water, from the River Tyne, on salinity and current and other items that the water was telling them. And through that, that was making instruments on the mill play. It was really beautiful. It's not there anymore, but it was very beautiful. They brought the data that they were gathering from the river, that was live data, to the hack event. And at about 4 o'clock in the morning, one of the artists that was there was looking at this data and came up with a genius idea. And she used the 3D printer that we had there to create vases. So the data was triggering the design of that vase. So somebody could go on Flowmill, they could walk off and they could have a vase 3D printed of that exact moment in time when they were on Flow. And every vase was different, so it was unique to their experience.